California's insurance commissioner has enacted a one-year moratorium to protect people from having policies dropped in the affected areas in Southern California.
That's encouraging. But what about everyone else? Tonight, 7 on Your Side, Stephanie Sierra investigates how we will all be affected here, Stephanie.
Yeah, and we've been digging into this for months now. What's arguably the only incentive for insurers to do business here is the fact that California has the largest insurance market in the country and the 4th largest in the world. The question is, will insurers actually stay? And if they don't, what will the insurance commissioner do about it?
California's insurance crisis is not a new problem.
It's stuck.
Certainly annoying.
We don't want our house to burn down.
Nor is the fact that officials lack confidence in the state's ability to address it.
We don't trust them.
I'm very disappointed.
How do we deal with this?
He's not doing his job.
What is new is California is implementing an insurance reform plan this year. It's taking center stage as the destruction unfolds in LA County in what's expected to be the costliest series of wildfires in the country's history, with estimated insured losses up to $30 billion. That's according to estimates from Wells Fargo and Goldman Sachs.
We are focused.
Which is why the state's plan is more significant now than ever, in part because the commissioner made this promise.
Insurance companies, for the first time, are committing to writing 85% of their business in the wildfire distressed areas.
Yet, as 7 on Your Side spent months reporting on, the fine print of Ricardo Lada's regulation allows insurers to only increase policies in high-risk areas by 5%, if they choose to at all.
So if you start at 0% coverage, after 2 years you get to 5% coverage, it would take 34 years to get to 85% coverage, which isn't going to work for people.
Insurers have known about the changes for 2 years, which has raised concern the commissioner's own regulation may have incentivized insurers to drop policies ahead of its implementation.
Do you think that's true?
Absolutely. Not only his regulations, but his unwillingness to use the power that he has to hold the insurance companies accountable, not just on claims payment, but on writing policies in all parts of the state of California.
So what will Commissioner Lada be doing about it? In November, I asked him this.
Again, you have that legal authority to file suit against some of these insurers.
Of course. This is a crisis.
We're all aware, Commissioner. Will you do it?
Of course, we're always in litigation with insurance companies that break our rules and break our laws.
But 7 on Your Side could not find any litigation the state had filed against insurers as it relates to underwriting or rate hikes. Lada's office denied having the authority to do so. Yet after the 1991 Oakland firestorm, Congressman John Garamendi, who served as California's first elected insurance commissioner, was able to issue a record fine to Allstate, got insurers to provide an extra $3 million in coverage for victims, and implemented a rate freeze for several years.
Given what we're seeing in LA, do you think the commissioner should implement a rate freeze?
A rate freeze is a real possibility, but it would have to follow appropriate hearings that should be taking place immediately, and it should have actually been taking place over the last several months and couple of years, so that we could understand the nature of the market.
If the commissioner could hear you, Congressman, what would you tell him?
Get off your butt and do your job.
Now, we've asked the commissioner if he has any plans to implement a rate freeze. We did not get a direct answer tonight, but we were told he's focused on getting claims paid fairly and quickly by insurance companies. As for us here in the Bay Area, we know every county has zip codes that are considered to be high risk, which means many of you watching may have either been dropped or likely know a neighbor who has. So the question will continue to be, what is the commissioner willing to do within his authority to stabilize the market, which, as we've seen in the past, may require putting pressure on insurance companies.
Right. Maybe a lot of pressure.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, Stephanie.